Healing insecurity with past life regression hypnosis or hypnotherapy, whichever one you'd like to call it. Now, the thing is, the way that insecurity is healed when you do past life regression hypnosis is really interesting, because it goes to the whole realignment of identity that happens once you start exploring your past lives. Let me explain. When you start exploring your past lives, you kind of unhook from this illusion of only being your current ego, mind, body, matrix, whatever you want to call it. Your current personality is now seen as one among many. It's the most important one for your purposes now, because this is your lifetime right now that you're living, and you're playing this character. But when you really realize that you have past lives, and those past lives have different personalities, had different personalities, you might want to say, then you start to identify as the thing that has the different personalities. So you have your personality, and your past life has its personality. But who has both of them? That I would call your soul, your higher self, the non-physical aspect of you. That aspect can handle the fact that you might be male in this life, but you were female in another life. That might be something that you can't even imagine right now. But when you have a past life regression, you experience yourself as the opposite sex or even a different species. It starts broadening the mind. You start seeing the fact that you've played many different roles for many different reasons, and now you're playing this one. So how does that change? How does that heal your insecurity? Well, it heals your insecurity because you realize, just like as if you were an actor playing the role of Quasimodo, the Hunchback of Notre Dame, okay, so if you were playing that role, you're not going to be insecure about being a hunchback, because you're going to realize this is a role you're playing. And so in that moment, it's almost like you are kind of like the soul. Your identity is, I am the actor, and I can play many different roles, right? The role itself is like the current lifetime, or any one of the past lifetimes. So, for example, if you have some flaw, which you do, because we all do, you start to come into the awareness that that flaw is very temporary in the grand scale of things, from the perspective of the soul or the higher self, from the perspective of many lives. From the reincarnational perspective, you're on assignment. You have certain strengths, you have certain weaknesses to overcome. You have a life purpose. And these weaknesses actually are there to help you gain certain skills, and those skills might just be empathy. It doesn't mean it's superpowers. But The thing is, once you start realizing that, and when you align with your life purpose, and you even align with the fact that certain weaknesses that you have, certain flaws that you may have, are there for you to learn a lesson, then you can just go on about your business of learning the lesson. And since your identity isn't limited to this lifetime, you don't have the same kind of insecurity. I'm not saying it goes away completely, but when you realize that you are bigger than your current lifetime, your current issues and all of that, it opens up a new reality. So doing past life regression can actually be really transformative in healing issues like insecurity and feeling not good enough. And if you'd like to try it and you're in the LA area or Southern California, you can get in touch with me at andysway@yahoo.com. Just send me, your email, your phone number. I'll get in touch with you. I'll answer all your questions, and we'll set up the appointment if that's what you want to do. If you're in another area, then, Google it. Find some local practitioner and get to work on finding out your past lives, because it will change the whole matrix of your insecurity when you start to see yourself from this wider perspective. Thanks so much for watching. Sorry about the noise in the background. The leaf blowers in Hollywood are everywhere all the time. And please like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you again real